the city of Compton actually began seeing an outbreak in crib sets popping up, which obviously made way for the PIRUs. What do you remember about first hearing about the PIRUs, and what about Pudding? I always hear his name come up.
And as you should, and as you should.
Hellraiser is what I always get. He was just
The Puddin had to do what Puddin had to do.
Now, can I ask you really quick before we go? Because is it Puttin, P-I-P-U-T-T-I-N, or is it Puddin, P-U-D-D-I-N, to the best of your knowledge?
I'm going to leave that to the best of my knowledge. People call him up both Puddin and Puddin.
Gotcha. Okay. So there's no word. Okay.
Right. So I might give you the wrong spelling for that. But
Gotcha.
but Puddin was, some call him a psychopath, or different things that you might call Puddin. But he had a huge target on his back. They were always trying to kill Puddin. I mean, come on, at that time, being a leader of a gang that opposed the Crips, it was like a trophy to kill Puddin, kill AC Papa Louie, kill Little Venice, kill the Lavender brothers. We had targets on our back. And the cold part about having a target on your back, youngsters, you don't even know, never seen before, never had an argument, but Too Pretty Kenny from the corner pocket Crip said to me, he said, I would love to have blast on Jimmy Lavender.
Damn.
I'm like, I didn't even know you, man. But just the fact that if you don't kill me, just to be able to say, I shot Jimmy Lavender, put all these stars in your name, and they had to, he shot Jimmy Lavender, or hey, Puddin shot this person, that person. Puddin was, he was I'm not going to say a gladiator with his hands. I'm not going to say that. He wasn't known for that. But he had a fast draw with the gun. And because he's not here with us, I might say some things like, he was successful in putting some holes in some people, and he wasn't afraid to do so. So, and a lot of people just straight out feared Puddin because he kind of had that I don't care attitude. And if you were a Crip and Puddin was around, by all means, you had every right to be concerned. So if I hope I kind of
I've heard pretty much the same consensus from a few other originals that I've had on my show. So definitely get it.
Puddin,
definitely get it. Yeah, Puddin was
yeah. Puddin was. I say Puddin was nothing nice.
And I didn't really have any problems at Vanguard. I had one little incident at Vanguard, and then when I got to Centennial, that's when shit got crazy again. Because by that time, gangs was popping up, and life was changing for everybody. You had to reestablish yourself.
That's when you had that situation with Puddin, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Walking through the senior school, Centennial High School, and one of his boys pulled up on us, and we was in ROTC. No, I was always a square man. I was always in a leadership position in some square shit. Okay, I was leading ROTC. Back at Vanguard, I was doing other stuff. At Centennial, I was a battalion commander for ROTC, and I had like 200 some kids behind me, and nobody liked ROTC. The Cincinnati football team, and the ROTC is where you went to keep from dressing in school. You know how, and by the time you get to high school, nobody wants to dress for gym no more. If you had ROTC, you didn't have to worry about dressing for gym. So I had a whole bunch of folks for ROTC, and we walking through the senior square, man, and my homeboy ran up on my partner. My partner was a tall, Blake Griffin looking dude, man. Red hair, freckles, and light skin, just like Blake Griffin. He stuttered a little bit, and homeboy ran up on him, and where you Popeye motherfuckers going? And my partner stuttered. He's why we gotta be some Popeye motherfuckers? And he stole on him. Bam! He took one to the chin. He swole up real quick, and they squabbed a little bit. Security guards broke it up. 2 days later, we walking through Enterprise Park. We leave Centennial. He lived off of on the Prilla, and I lived on 132nd. So we cut through the park, and we both be home. He go one way, I go the other, keep going straight. Well, we come to Enterprise Park, and there they are sitting on the bench. Same guys we had a fight with in the Senior Square. Ain't no security guards now. Ain't no security guards. Now, do we run? Or we gonna try and walk past these cats like we don't see them? We gonna try and walk past them like we don't, like we invisible.
Yeah, like the king, right? The king.
That didn't work. We walked past them. They gonna jump us. There's about 7 of them now. They gonna jump us. And one of the cats that was in the group, he lived on my street. He was a shot caller. His mama and his grandmama and my mama was Ace Coon Boom. He called the head up fight. Y'all got to go head up. Y'all can't jump. Y'all got to go head up. Now, what I didn't know and what they didn't know is that my partner, because he was a 6'4", long Blake Griffin looking cat, he'd been getting picked on all his life. He had taken some boxing lessons. And when they squared off, homeboy was putting them on him. He's bam, bam, bam. He did a whole, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you he beat homeboy's ass, but he did a whole lot better than he was supposed to. Nigga, take a dive, we can go home, okay? He didn't take the dive. He didn't take the dive. He put hands on him, okay? And so you got this square dude putting hands on the so-called gangster. And now the gangsters are like, oh, look at, they clowning their boy. They clowning him, okay? He didn't like that. So we leave. They let us go. After it was over with, we left. Next day I get back to school, and a girl who lived on their street, she lived on PIRU, she said, I don't know what happened. This is what she told me at my locker. I don't know what happened at Enterprise Park yesterday. She was not there. But they talking about killing everybody in ROTC at after homeroom. Thank you very much. I got to go. Okay. And sure enough, nobody got killed, but all my partners got their ass beat. Everybody that was on my side wearing ROTC uniforms got hands put on them. Okay.
Damn.
That's a true story. I was already in Gardena High School. I was already in. That's real talk. That's one reason why. And that's one reason why I never, because I never like dealing with the gangbang situation because it's so fragile. Okay, we was about to fight and we was either prepared to, we was prepared to either die or kill over straight bullshit. Straight bullshit. Straight bullshit. Okay? It was nothing about was worth me fighting for or getting killed for or killing somebody over. It was straight bullshit. And that's always been my philosophy when it came to a lot of this gang activity. Dude, you tripping on me for what? Because I got an ROTC uniform on. I ain't doing nothing to you. But you want to try and punk me, and I ain't going for the punking. Okay? I'm not going for that. So because I stand up for myself and don't let you beat me up, now I'm wrong? Come on, man. Come on. How am I wrong for defending myself for bullshit? And that's a lot of times, that's what you're dealing with. Okay? Somebody figures because he belongs to a clique, he got the right to pick on you and do what he wants to you. If you stand up to him, you wrong. Huh? I'm a man just like you are, dude. Come on, dude. Miss me with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just think about and just think about how many people are in prison right now, for something that let's say, thankfully it didn't happen, but let's say that, he killed you, he shot you. He'd be in jail right now over something as simple as calling somebody a Popeye motherfucker. And it going escalating from there. And now he's 25 to life. Just think about how many people are in jail for dumb shit like that. Prison.
Imagine how many rappers get killed over a lot less, man. You know that, and that's the part that see, when you got more years behind you than you have in front of you, you understand life a lot differently. Okay, these guys is talking all this head. You know, they don't think they got an expiration date. They just think they can do all this right here and not have a problem. Okay, and it ain't gonna be no repercussions, and that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And you know, you can, you know, when you got people going to people's funeral homes and mutilating bodies and stuff like that, man, that's some seriously disrespectful stuff, dude. That hurts. That hurts. And we've had situations like that in the last year or so, where people was killed, and they went to the funeral home and mutilated the man's body, or did something twisted to the man's body. Dude,
peed on the grave. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. So that's the part that I don't think people will. Again, before I leave that, it goes right back to what I said earlier. People, shock value. To piss on somebody's grave, or to go to the funeral home and do something to a body. That's shock value. That's how cold I am. Piss on his grave, okay? That's how cold I am. Somebody gonna, you know, somebody gonna hit your ass up.
Are you familiar with the singer Jewel? She did a lot of stuff in NWA. Okay, cool. Maybe you could talk to us about Jewel, but she actually just told a story this week. She's doing a show on The Art of Dialogue. She's doing an interview on them, another dope channel that I want to tell you guys to check out, The Art of Dialogue. She said that she was dating Puddin at one point, and they got into an argument, and that she had to shoot him, and police came and everything. She went to jail, like all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jewel used to win talent contest at Eve After Dark. Like my boy AK won my
damn. Everybody came through Eve. That's crazy.
Everybody, dude. I was the hood spot,
crazy.
dude. Jewel would come by the club. I mean, she would come by the club and sing her ass off when she was 15, 16 years old, dude. I'm surprised. I thought she might have mentioned that because she was at the club on a regular basis. Her and Lachelle, she mentioned Lachelle in the interview. Lachelle worked with me at Eve After Dark when I was doing the Mel Exotic. She was an MC and one of the co-promoters, and she was her and Lachelle, her and Jewel is partners. Lachelle is Suge's cousin. Okay, so they're all tied up. And like I said, when I'm surprised Dre. Well, I'm quite sure. Yeah, I'm quite sure she was turned on to Suge them by Lachelle, but I'm surprised Dre didn't know her from the club because she was at the club on a regular basis kicking ass. And because she was affiliate. She was one of them young ladies who was attractive, and she knew the guys for that gangbanger life, and she got it. She became Suge's old. I mean, not Suge, but Puttin's old lady. And at some point in time, according to her, he was putting hands on her because she thought he was gonna leave her, and he got a gun and she got a gun, and next thing you know, she shot his ass, and because of him being who he was, she was in fear for her life from retaliation. Okay. And he had to be the one to say, no, don't do that to her. Don't arrest her. It was an accident. I thought the story. I watched the story myself, and I heard the story before. That was the first time I heard it directly from her, out of her mouth. Hey folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. And I bet you some of y'all didn't know I had a book out, did you? Well, I do. NWA, Not Without Alonzo, available on Amazon.com, $14.95. But also, there is a comic book. Limited edition comic book, Hip Hop Family Tree, featuring yours truly, Lonzo in the Middle, Dr. Dre, and Yella. Limited edition, only available on my website, LonzoWilliams.com. Now, if you want both books, the Hip Hop Family Tree and NWA, both of them $30. Go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. In the comments, put your name and what you want me to say. I'll autograph and make sure it gets to your house right away. Both books, $30, autograph. LonzoWilliams.com. And if you like me, You don't have time to sit down and read like I'd like to, but I love audiobooks. That's why I put my book, NWA, Not Without Alonzo, on audio. That's right, but it's available only on CD Baby. Why? Because I set every track, every story to music. So as you ride down the street, listening to the stories of West Coast hip hop, you got some fresh new tracks to bob your head to. Available only on CD Baby, NWA, Not Without Alonzo. Check it out, folks. Give you something to ride to. Peace.